What's up, YouTube? Ooh, boy, what a game, what a game. What a game, what a game. Is the NBA back? What a game, what a game. What's up, King Mill? What a game, man. Man, that was one of the best games I've seen in a long time. NBA game wise. That was one of the best. I did too. Damn, boy, that King Mills, that shit had me, man. Had me on the edge of my seats, man. That was a good ass game. Hey, shout out to Alex Caruso, the ex-Bull, the ex-Laker. That boy, he played his butt off, though. He played his ass off. But that boy Wemby was just too much, man. Man, they on the Spurs, they had 5 players that played over 40 minutes. Vessel, he played the most. He played 51. Champagne, he played 44. Wembanyama, he played 49. Dylan Harper played 47. And Castle played 49. So 5 players played 40 minutes or more. I might as well say 44 minutes or more. That's crazy, man. Okay, for the Thunder only had 2 people that played 40 minutes or more. Of course, Shea played 51, and Holmgren played 41. I don't know why Holmgren played that many minutes, because he played like shit. Hogan played like shit. To me, Hogan played like a deer in headlights. But he played 51 minutes. Let me see how many rebounds he had. He had 8 rebounds in 51 minutes. No assists. He had 1 steal, 2 blocks. Well, we know one of the blocks was at the end of the first overtime. So if it was just went, regular time, he probably just had 1 block. Shea had an okay game. He shot 7 for 23. To me, that's a bad percentage. Especially for a man who really don't shoot too many threes. He got a short range game. 7 for 23, to me, that's kind of bad, especially from your superstar. They need more production from Shea. He was 8 or 9 from the free throw line. He did have 12 assists. And he had 4 turnovers. And like I say, Holmgren, this is sad. He played 41 minutes, plus the 2 overtime, and he only had 8 points. He shot 2 for 7 from the field. He had 8 rebounds. That ain't good. They need more from him. Jay Williams back. He scored 26 points. He shot 11 for 25. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's still under 50%. About 40-some percent, somewhere around there. It ain't bad. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists. So that wasn't bad, especially for him just coming back. Because I think Jay Williams only played like 30-something games the whole season because of injury. But Chet Holmgren, he got to play better. What's up, Unbiased? King Mills, what's happening? Yeah, so, but the Spurs, Vassell, he played 51 minutes. He hit 13 points, 5 of 12 shooting. He had 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He had a big block on Holmgren. He blocked Holmgren's dunk. That's a damn shame. A little guard blocking the 7-footer dunk. That's a damn shame. Let me see. Wembanyama, he was 14 each, 41 points, 14 of 25 shooting. He was 1 for 2 from 3-point line. He was 12 for 13 for the free throw. He had 24 rebounds. 2-4. 2-4. He had 24 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. Now, the only really problem I see with San Antonio is probably because Fox was injured. Because Fox normally come in and take a primary role of controlling the tempo, bringing the ball up, and all that. And he didn't play tonight. But Castle, he played 49 minutes. He had 17 points. He was 5 of 14 shooting. He was 1 for 6 from 3-point line. He was 6 of 7 from the free throw. He had 6 rebounds, 11 assists. But dig this, y'all. He had 11 turnovers. So you might as well wipe out them 11 assists. Because he had just the same number of assists that he had turnovers. So Castle gonna have to they're gonna have to cut out on their turnovers. But the thing about San Antonio, like the Thunder, they resilient. You can't relax. Because they'll come back on you. So you got to play the whole 48 minutes against them. Man, that was a good game. Yeah. I just wanted to come live, man, just because I ain't going to be on here all day. Well, I ain't going to be on all night. I really ain't going to be on here long. Sam. See if anybody else watched this game. Yeah, I remember Toby. I picked the Spurs too, but I said in 7. I don't know though, because they're gonna need Chet Holmgren to play better at OKC. They're gonna need him to play better, man. He just can't be out there like a deer in the headlights. He can't be out there like that. Then you let a little guard block your dunk. Man. You got to get more aggressive. You got to get more aggressive. Man, I hope the Knicks and Cleveland series be exciting like this. But I think this series is going to be the best series of the playoffs. I believe this series here, the Western Conference Final, is going to be the best series of the playoffs. I kind of believe that. Yeah, this is going to be the best series of the playoffs. Like I say, man, both of these teams don't give up, man. Until that clock says 0-0-0, you can't be comfortable. You cannot be comfortable. But, I like this, man. You got two young teams with young thoroughbreds. You got two young coaches, competitive coaches. Man, that's what we miss in the NBA, man. The competition. That's what we miss in the NBA. And I think that was one of the most competitive games I've seen all year, besides when they played in the season. Then by it being playoff basketball, yeah, I'm about to hit the sack too, Rich Pryor. I just came on here for a second, man. I knew some of y'all probably was watching the game. I just wanted to, come. I just came on here for a second. I ain't gonna even be on here an hour. I don't know if I'm gonna be on here a half hour. But I'm just amazed by that game, man. I think they're gonna have to make OKC gonna have to make some adjustments. See, I think in my opinion, they got a small man on Wembanyama, but I just think you need a bigger man on Wembanyama. I think you need a bigger player on Wembanyama. Maybe that other Williams brother. Or have Hartenstein, who's got height and weight, put him on Wembanyama. Because the small guys on Wembanyama, they only can do so much. They can only, because you see it ain't working. Technically, it ain't working. Because the man scored 41 points on 14 of 25 shooting. That's over 50%. So it's not like that strategy is working. Nah, I don't know, but you can at least try to slow him down. I think if you put a bigger man on him, you at least a bigger man to me at least can get him out that paint. You know, Wemby made one mistake today. That's when he was trying to go down low and he kind of dipped his shoulder into Caruso. But any other time, he was getting to his point. He was getting to his spot. Then once he get down low, get to his spot, there's nothing you can do to stop him. Let me see the Thunder's turnovers. Okay, Jay Williams had 2 turnovers. Everybody on the Thunder was kind of low on turnovers. I think Shea had the highest turnovers. That is number 4. He only had 4 turnovers. So the Thunder pretty much didn't do bad by, possession of the ball, turnover wise. I just think they need to change their strategy. Either put a bigger man on Wemby or try to trap him and double team him before he get to his move. Get the ball out of his hands. Either way. Yeah, but shit. All in all, man, it was a good ass game, man. I enjoyed it. Now I'm like Rich Prime now. Yeah, yeah, and Castle had 11 turnovers. He had 11 turnovers and 11 assists. So, shit, to me, you might well have had no assists. But the thing of it is, did San Antonio capitalize off the 11 turnovers? But still, not San Antonio, but OKC. But still, 11 turnovers is too much. They just lucked out they won that game. So they just got to, get rid of them turnovers, man. And like I say, for the Thunder not to really have that many turnovers, let me see. 4, 8, 9, 11, 13. They only have 14 turnovers. The Thunder. How many turnovers the Spurs have? 6, 7, 8, 19, 20, 21. San Antonio had 21 turnovers. Yeah, San Antonio had to cut on the turnovers. But I'm sure they will if they get De'Aaron Fox back. Because De'Aaron Fox, he a veteran. No, hey, Rich Brian, it wasn't 41-20. It was 41-24. It was 41-24. Yeah, 41 points and 24 rebounds. And 3 blocks. Yep, Dylan Harper. He had 24 points, 8 of 20 shooting, 1 for 7 from 3. He was 100% from the free throw line, 7 for 7. Dylan Harper had 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 7 steals, 1 turnover. Well, Dylan Harper was playing like his daddy. Just like daddy. Just like daddy, come on. Just like daddy. Just like daddy, come on. If y'all remember that old Tupac song. Yeah, Dylan Harper, he hooped. I already mentioned Castle. Was it with his 11 turnovers? Yeah, they benched him play too many minutes, man. They benched him play too many minutes. Kay Johnson off the bench played more minutes. He played 22 minutes. He had 13 points, 4 of 9 shooting, 3 of 6 for the 3-point line. He was 100% from the free throw. And he was 2 for 2. And he had 1 turnover. But he was off the bench. So they had 51 points off the bench, the Spurs. Spurs had 51 points off the bench. Shit. The Thunder had more points off the bench than the Spurs. But just alone, I'm just going to say 2 people, they outscored San Antonio bench. That's Mitchell for OKC. No. Okay, I read the wrong column. Okay, Caruso had 31 points. Wallace had 8. Mitchell had 4. McCain had 7. Oh, they need more production off their bench. I was looking at the wrong thing, y'all. I was looking at the minutes. Because the Spurs only had 16 points off the bench. They only had 16 points off the bench. So they definitely gonna need De'Aaron Fox back. The Spurs. Yeah, the Thunder had 50 points off the bench. Yeah, the starting 5 of the Thunder gonna have to play better. Holmgren only had 8 points. Hardenstein only had 2. Dort only had 5. 5 points. See, in my opinion, I think by them having playing small players on Wemby, that's taking a lot out of them players. That's taking a lot out of them players. But yeah, well, that's game one. That's game one. San Antonio beat them boys 122 to 115 in double overtime. That was a good game. All right, y'all. Well, I'm not going to see you guys in the morning. I had scheduled a live for the morning, but I have some things to do in the morning. I had to get up pretty early. So if I did a live, shit, I wouldn't be able to do what I have to do, and this is more important. But Kobe better than the three people I named. Which three people is that? I'm not denying what you're saying because I like Kobe too. But which player you talking about? Who did I say? Talking about Wemby and who you talking about? Because Kobe is a boy. I ain't gonna put him in front of Jordan. I wouldn't put him in front of Jordan. You know. But Kobe up there. I definitely would put Kobe in front of LeBron. No knock on LeBron, but I just think Kobe was a more all-around player than LeBron. No knock on LeBron. Because I'll put LeBron in my top 10. Maybe. Maybe. But that's a debate in itself. Because that debate there, shit can vary because everybody, got, players who they like, everybody got an opinion, everybody might have, different players that they saw, it's all based on other people's opinions. But I just can say other players that I saw, that I grew up on, or that I witnessed as an adult, I can give you my top 10. But it might vary against somebody else's. So that's why I don't like really getting into that GOAT debate shit. Because it's all based on it, people's opinion, man. Everybody got who they like, man. So, it is what it is. Well, if you go on complete talent, skills, and just the player in itself, not stats. Don't count in stats. To me, that's just something to help boost somebody or whatever. Because Like I always heard Michael Jordan say, when you worry about stats, you're not playing your game. You say, if you play the game, stats gonna come. You know, that's why he said he really didn't care about the scoring record. What was more important to him was winning championships. So once he conquered and won championships, he had nothing else left to prove. Because he just came out of retirement and went to the Wizards because, you know, he was trying to get part ownership. That's what the owner, I guess, wanted him to do, to get part ownership. But Jordan was still better than some players in the league. He was just older. He still brought the crowd. Every arena Jordan went to, it was packed. You know, so, well, you know, Kwame can tell you stories. You know, Jordan was that dude, man. And if you didn't get a chance to watch him, because I got a chance to watch Jordan in college. I got a chance to watch Jordan, of course, in the pro, because he played for the Chicago Bulls. So I saw it. Just like how young people today is seeing LeBron James. See, a lot of youngers today didn't get a chance to see the young prime Michael Jordan. Half of them wasn't born. But when Jordan came to the NBA, he was averaging 37 points a game. One year he averaged 37 points a game. The team wasn't nothing, but the man averaged 37 points a game in the pros with all the physicality, with all the knocking on the floor, the elbows, the hip check, the hand checks. You know, so a lot of people just didn't get to see it. But it's okay. Because my old man used to tell me about Bill Russell. He used to praise about Bill Russell. Shit, I never saw Bill Russell play in the pro. Let me stop lying. I did, but I didn't know what I was watching. Because when I started watching basketball, Bill Russell was about ready to come out the pro. He was about to retire from the Celtics. I got to see a little bit of Will Chamberlain. I got a chance to see a little bit of Jerry West. I got a little chance to see players like Wes Unseld, Bob McAdoo, Nate Archibald, Dennis Johnson, World B. Free, Gus Williams, Buck Williams. you know, I got to see them. Like some of the players back then, if I go by on what I saw, I put some of them in front of LeBron because I got to see them. I got to see them play. So of course mine's gonna be different than somebody that's younger, but that's okay. The only thing we can do is go by on what we see. If you never seen Michael Jordan play in his prime, you won't know. And that's okay. Because I ain't know shit about Bill Russell. I heard, but I ain't know because I never saw him play. So it's all good. Man, that was a good game. Game one. Spurs. Spurs up 1-0. I think game two is Wednesday. Man. OKC got to get this game too. OKC got to get this game too. Because if the Spurs go to San Antonio with a 2-0 lead, I don't think they'll sweep them, but I believe it'll be a gentleman's sweep. It'll be 4-1. That's if they don't get this game Wednesday. I'm talking about OKC. So OKC need to win this game Wednesday. So we'll tune in Wednesday and see if they can pull it out. Pause. What's up, OG? Did you check out the game, man? You check out the game? Or was you on YouTube? I ain't see nobody live. Well, people, I'm subscribed to, put it that way. I was Oh, you was just trolling? Oh yeah, man. I was just talking about the game, man. I just came on here for a little short live talking about the game, that's all. But thanks for stopping through, bro. I'm about to get off this thing anyway. I'm about to lay down. I got a long day tomorrow. But thanks for stopping through. So everybody have a good evening. Like I say, game two is Wednesday. Probably for the what's up, Cortez? Probably for the rest of the playoffs. I'll probably do this, get on, talk about the game. During the conference finals, then the NBA finals. Might get up and talk about the game, man. Just add a little something different. Instead of history and all that shit, being on sports, make it versatile. Make it versatile. Yup. Hey, Cortez, I hope everything's over, man. I ain't making no more content. I ain't giving nobody no content, dude. I'm done. Lesson learned. I'm done, man. But it was fun while it lasted. It was fun. It was fun. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here, man. Everybody have a good evening. God bless. Uh-huh.